Hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Cook running right. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. 56 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Cowboys 0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Check nickel. Mike's 5-9.
On first down, Swift, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Hey, check. I got double tight. Everyone, we got four down.
Hall now from the gun on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. And nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Under 10. Under 10.
Cook. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football. Now zapped right back in the other direction. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Hall. Going to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Swift able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
To throw it is Hall. To throw on 2nd down. This is the tight end Fant. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A gain of 2 brings up.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hall on 3rd and 2. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. On first down, Swift. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Who's that? Check 59, Mike.
Here's Hall on 1st and 10. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 52.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
43-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. They complete it to Hill. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line.
Let's go, D. Hey, tight end.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Mike 27. I'm on. Yeah. Check Mike 27. Rip left. Mike 27. Watch the run.
From the gun, Hall. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Mike 27. We own them. Hey, check Mike 27.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hall. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Let's go.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Fights through, and now a crease. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there out of Cook. 49 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Mahomes going to throw. He'll bite, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play here for Dallas. 64 yards. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10? Looks like he's trying to get into the top 5.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Back to throw. Hall, and it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
6 yards brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37.
On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes flushed out right, throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Lots of plays on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive. Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Yellow. Hey, tight down. There you go.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Cook following the penalty. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them. Short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Yellow. There's your line. Check 40. Hey, 43, 15. Check the backer, check the backer.
Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
At their 32-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback. An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 there. 1st down Vikings. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Cook. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
Yellow.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, but frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Setting up the screen for Cook. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And to give this time to the tailback. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Flush to his right. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 4 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Hall. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Hall now on 3rd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Buying time to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
I don't need to. Let's go, Louie. Win championships, baby. Kill.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches. On the carry, it's Cook, and he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.